Right, so a quick recap. All hell's broke loose. Davey shot the dragon and it's flying straight at him at high speed. And it's a new round and the lightning storm is now active. So can everybody roll a d20? I will roll a d20 for the dragon. I get a 9.
What do we not want?
You don't want to be the lowest. Uh-oh.
Ouch.
Batter up on the walls.
Oh.
Dave, you're standing at the window and a lightning bolt shoots out of the storm cloud and strikes you soundly. You save, so you only take half damage, I believe.
Half damage or all of the damage.
Right, yeah, so zap, your hair stands on end and you look a little shocked. Right, Ferrari Stormsworn runs the hell away. Ferrari casts a level 3 spell of Healing Word. And because it's an NPC, you can't set up the same. Healing another 6 damage. That takes that too. And then runs the hell away. So,
Well, she's a bad guy.
she is the one who was on the Dreadnought who jumped over to
Okay.
there. She was the one who was fighting you on the Dreadnought and jumped over before you turned our captain into a tortoise. Kalash.
Did he say?
That is you.
Right. I'm gonna go and say hi.
She looks heavily injured.
Gonna.
I think you may have, my friend, the dragon targeted. Also, there's a target indicator thingery, which I've just noticed is quite cool. So well done, Mr. McClure. Yeah, hang on. I'll target it for you because you've got.
No, I've got it.
You have the dragon targeted as well.
I've got it. Got it. Get it. I'm brilliant.
No, because you've got the dragonborn targeted as well. You had everything targeted. Yeah.
That took me a while. Troy McClure.
No, the Matt McClure or something, the guy who did the thing. Right, so that is 55 feet of movement. So
No, I actually want to go 30. So I went 45 and then back 10. So I'm going 30.
Okay.
In range to fire me crossbow.
I would certainly imagine so.
Why?
Yeah, 80 foot. No escaping for you.
Rolled a lot of dice.
Yeah, there's a new thing as well, look. Right, Earl, why are you shooting at Dragonborn units?
I shot at the woman, but it moved. There, I'm not touching.
You have the Dragonborn targeted as well.
Didn't know you could do two. It's very confusing.
What?
There. No, there.
Right,
no.
Right, just leave it alone. You're targeting the wrong unit.
Oh, right.
You're constantly targeting the wrong unit. They are the Dragonborn, which if you rolled in, you would see.
Apparently you're a bad man.
Look, Earl, look, she is up there, 80 feet away.
Oh, yeah, I see her now.
Yeah.
I'll use that shot on her then.
Right, let's see if you hit. It hits, so roll your damage.
This one.
Right, 7 damage across both does it, and she cries out, goes, "Ow!" Is that your turn?
And that is me at range, dear. I am not.
You still have a bonus action because you can dash with your bonus action as well, being a rogue
I will dash.
and move another 30 feet. Right.
That's 40, but I went. Yeah.
Earl completely fails to understand the concept of movement and keeps running back.
No, wait, going too fast. Hang on a second, guys.
Right. Shush. You've got a big ass angry dragon. Right. You've made your save versus fear, so you can now start approaching the dragon, Kalash. Shush. The big angry dragon is flying straight at you at high speed.
Right, I'll give it 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then I'll run upstairs and hide.
Okay. Right. Bounces off its scaly skin. Oh, have you noticed those new miss effects?
I know it's a hit. Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, I'm upstairs running.
Right, so you run up the stairs, Dave, so we'll move you up to sort of there in the middle of the tower. And is that your turn? As you do a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I shout at the gnomes, shoot the black dragon with 3 white legs.
Right. They can't see it because the windows don't face that way. Andy.
Right. Oh, the hell with it. I'm going to dash.
Are you using your bonus action or your main action or both?
Me bonus action.
Okay, so you can move 60. But bear in mind that Ebon Death is on the other side of those houses.
I just need it.
And it's 30 feet in the air. There you go.
Right. Hang on. Let's see.
Oh, sorry, you only move at 25, don't you? So you can move 50.
Yeah. Right, hang on. I want to be back one then. Yeah.
If you want to summon a trampoline, you could jump on it and try and backstab it.
A trampoline.
A trampoline,
Right.
yeah.
I
can't.
think what we'll do when this character sheet loads is we'll send her an arrow.
T Wang, you miss due to its long range.
Bother. Right.
She shouts, "Isn't an enemy of an enemy supposed to be a friend?" as she runs up the street. That is your turn, yes?
Yep, that is my turn.
Excellent. Ebon Death. Right, Ebon Death casts a spell on himself initially.
The spell of leaving everyone alone.
Do it, perhaps?
Right, then Dave, he flies straight at the tower, head first at the last second, twists like a snake in the air, lands all 4 claws. They dig into the concrete, and he flies off, tearing out a section of the tower. And because the tower is made of wood and stone, and the dragon is made of, dragon, the tower begins to collapse. And then he flies to there. And that is Ebondeath's turn.
So are the gnomes on the combat tracker? Because I can see them now, can't they?
They are, but the tower is collapsing.
Get a shot off and then jump for it.
And he should have, his breath weapon should have re-rolled automatically, but why didn't it? So I will have to roll. On a 5 or 6, he has his breath weapon back. I get a 1. I don't know why that hasn't done that automatically. But that is the end of his turn. Rick.
Right, so I am there. I really don't know what the best in this game is. And take it he's quite high up in the sky.
He is 30 feet in the air.
Only 30.
Yes. I don't know if you can see it, but if you zoom in on his little counter, he's got a little marker on the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Which bizarrely clears when you log out of the game, but remembers he's 30 feet. So when you try to change the altitude, it goes, oh yeah, he was at 30 feet. Well, why didn't you just put that on the counter then?
I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do for once, like at all. So I am.
Well, you're a warlock, I guess. In that case, it means
shoot an Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
No, I am just going to.
I give you the Danny DeVito move of I just started blasting.
That might be a thing. Right. So if from here, because I'm already got him targeted on my combat sheet.
Yeah, he is.
So I can hit him
100 feet away.
Yeah. So anything like that would be fine, wouldn't it?
That would be fine. Yeah.
Fine, dandy.
You sold your soul. You might as well use it.
Well, I sold my soul because I was going to be bit by a vampire. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah. Okay. Let's just Eldritch Blast it. After all that, let's go to the stand.
Oh, it's a hit, big boy.
Is it? What's the D4 coming from?
Bless.
Oh, bless.
Okay.
And again.
It'll be most upset if you knock his concentration off. Another hit. Yeah. He succeeds as you blast him again. Right. Wow, he got a 31 on his concentration check. Holy crap. That's a non-ironic 31 as well.
You see this? You see on the map, you see how, this penis tower?
Yes.
Down at the bottom, right? The top of its glands is a little house, and then to the right, there's one that's almost like a church with a little, right? And then there's a wee hut next to that. Is there a gap between those houses or not?
Yes.
There is. So then, just before I finish, I'd like to move 25 along that way.
Yeah, there is a gap, yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to check. Right, thank you.
Okay.
All done.
We Rab McT.
I'm sorry, but if I've got that set, I've got to try it. Polymorph!
You are going to try a polymorph at a range of... What's the range of polymorph? 115 feet away he is.
Alright, I might be able to bounce it.
Okay. You're going to try and skite a polymorph like you do a stone off water. It's a plan, I guess.
It's no worse than any of our plans in Cthulhu.
Oh, even if I run till I'm 30, I won't be able to get a cast off, will I? Damn.
One would not think so.
No, I'm still trying to move my cabinet. I will leg it up the street there.
I wonder if I just put used in there. Let's see what happens. You leg it up the street. Is that all you're doing? If you're not doing another action, you can dash for another 30 feet of movement.
I won't dash.
Well, 25 feet of movement because you're only a wee fella.
There you go then.
Yeah, you've run past Rick and Goth. Next is Goth. Right, you are no longer frightened, wee Rab. Goth.
40 to there.
Okay. He spins on his heel and runs back past you.
And 40 to there. That's it.
Okay. Right, the Dragonborn unit are engaged with the 87th, and it looks like they're inflicting casualties upon each other. The Leilon levies have been pushed back, as have the guardsmen. Right, Earl, you receive a sending, so you get to say reply in one message. Lamoureux says, I'm here, what do you want me to do?
Kill the dragon.
Lamoureux appears at the very north end of the map.
Lamoureux being the green dragon.
The gold dragon.
It's dragon. Brass
From the
dragon.
woods.
The one that was possessed by the demon. He says, we're here. He's been a bit odd ever
right.
since, and he has a tendency to speak in the
Did you say northwest of the map? I
plural.
can't
He's the
see
very
any.
northwest corner. He's flown down the coast. So he's just appeared on the map. He will get the move next turn. The ballista gets one shot off at disadvantage, and then hopefully it misses as the arrow goes whistling past. The gnomes then abandon their posts and start running for the stairs. The Brigadier don't really have anything to do, Earl. Do you want them to do anything? Because the last thing they did was chop down the stairs.
Just cast fairy fire. All of them cast fairy fire. One of them's bound the land. On the dragon, that is.
I suppose so.
They used it when they were fighting. It's their first action.
Can they run along the top of the stairs and rain arrows down on that lot?
No, they don't have missile weapons. It's the Zentarum that have missile weapons.
Have them to duck into cover, spread out.
Right, okay. And hide. Right, Leilon guardsmen and have been pushed back into the town square. They have fallen back in good order to a barricade, and there are ghouls and zombies have broken through the barricade and occupying the southern part of the town. Zentarum mercs fighting with the zombies. Both take casualties. Right, lightning storm. It's D20 time, guys. I will roll for the dragon. I get a 5 for Ebon Death.
I'm fine with that.
And I get a 12 with Lamoureux. Kalash gets a 1.
That was a D8 for some reason.
Nat 20. I now control the lightning storm. That's legal.
It's not a D8. It says a D20. It's just a picture of a D8.
My apologies.
If you look, it says D20. Yeah, you've got a 1. Right, lightning arcs out.
I'm getting out with the lightning.
It's a save versus dexterity, so I will roll your save. Yeah, that's a success. And are you applying
evasion, uncanny dodge? Is that the right thing?
Uncanny dodge, yes.
Did it already? Or did it not apply?
You took no damage because you take no damage from lightning storms. Oh, that's handy then, isn't it?
Is that a thing to do with being a rogue?
Yeah.
What type of
His
rogue are you
evasion.
again?
Ferrari, what's she got left? The level 4s. Yeah, she's getting desperate now, so she drops here. A guiding bolt on Earl, who's the closest.
A swine.
I think you were shooting at her.
Misses. Looks embarrassed. Runs for it. Making for the main gate. I've used a level 1 slot. Kalash.
Great. I'm dashing up behind her and stabbing her in the back of the head.
That sounds like a plan. Certainly sounds like a plan.
Oh, I can only move 60. Oh.
The sounds of drumming continue as the lightning sparks amongst you all.
And myself from where?
From the north.
Sound of drumming?
Yeah, there was the sound of drumming, then the lightning storm started electrocuting everybody.
That'd be the Talos guys, I think.
Dum diddy dum diddy 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 dum. That's what it sounds like in its best Carry On impression.
I was going to say that sounded remarkably like Carry On Up the Jungle.
Yeah, one of the best Carry On.
Nookie Dicky was.
Yeah. Dicky Nookie, Nookie Dicky. That's that, and the oozling bird did.
No, I feel that. I go see, boss. I wish you would go to sea. There's no bleeding use on land.
Right, so you don't quite make it, but you are closing rapidly. You can see she's looking desperate, throwing guiding bolts at you, Earl.
You surrender, you live. Well, last chance. Can I make an intimidate roll?
You can make an imposed intimidate roll. It's a 5. Crit 20. So she says, "Bugger off! I know what you do to your prisoners."
I'll go. Yes.
So crossbow. Earl has crossbow. Yay! Finally. Oh, that's a hit. Bam! She is looking really bad as the arrow sticks in her back. Critically injured. And that's your turn, sir.
The poison will get you even if the wound does not.
She looks desperate now, wild-eyed, and her hair streaming, and it looks like this has all gone horribly, horribly wrong for her. All right, Shash Elian. The tower collapses, rubble crashes around you.
running downstairs.
You start running down. Can you make me an athletics check, please? As you run down the building, attempt to escape, but as it collapses around your ears. Ooh, nice. So yeah, you get down to the bottom floor without any problem. Are you dashing, or are you just missing that 20? Are you running outside now, or are you waiting inside?
Oh,
Dave, run straight out the door and shout boo.
Oh wait, Dave.
well, I'm going to die, so I'll run outside doing a disengaging dance.
Okay.
Hope he doesn't notice us. I'll run round the other side of the tower.
Okay.
Outside of him.
Yeah, he's going the other way at the moment, so you run around the back of the tower. Okay, Ergal.
Right, let's have a look.
She's
The
running.
movement, I think.
She's limping badly now, holding her side as blood runs down, and Earl just keeps taking pot shots at her and sticking crossbow bolts on her. So you can dash 50 using your bonus action and then shoot with your bow if you wanted, or you could use a spell or whatever.
Right, I'm going to move to there, and I am going to attempt. Let's have a laugh. Let's see if we can fairy fire the dragon. This should be good for a laugh.
Oh, what colour?
I'll tell you if it lands.
Okay.
Which it won't.
Oh no, that's a crit success.
Awesome. Right.
No, it succeeded. That's why it's got the big green tick.
Yeah, let's have a look.
So it fails and does not begin to glow.
I didn't think it would somehow.
Of all the time for me to start rolling well, a big killer evil Joker dragon is not the best time for the players,
Right.
really.
Well, hang on. I shall have the rest of me movement. I'm going in that corner behind there, and I'm going to attempt to hide.
Okay. Please roll your hide. That is a 28. Okay, you duck around the corner. Ebon Death heads across town, swooping low into a bunch of screaming civilians, and then
Oh, you can have that.
swoops down, makes a grapple check. He uses his 2 claw attacks as grapples to grab a woman and a small child. The small child, that is Bernice Fisher, the 10-year-old girl that you rescued right at the beginning of the campaign from the Talos sites.
Ate her first, just taste you.
So he grabs her and he grabs the girl, swoops back up, flying another 20 foot as he's used his movement for ascending and descending.
Presumably that's a light snack.
He holds the screaming child up to his face and goes, "Boo!" like that, and she screams and apparently has passed out. Right, so he failed to grapple the woman, so he just has the child. And he still hasn't rolled his breath weapon, so I will roll that now. 6. His breath weapon has recharged. Now he just needs somebody to use it on because he's quite out of range. That is his turn. Can you see a hostage, Rick?
I can see how it would be bad if we cared.
I can see a tortoise hold a child.
Be nice if that works.
Nobody fight him. He has it. Oh wait, no, we don't care. Oh no, sorry, we're the good guys.
I mean,
Ask the last time you said to me, "Are you the good guys?" Remember that Western one, Rich?
I'm just saying he's grabbed a child and he's holding it in his hand as a hostage.
How can it be a child if it's got a brown handlebar mustache?
It's painted on. She was playing dress up.
They're a bit weird in Leilon.
Yeah, they are a little weird. What are you doing, Rick?
Well, God, they went very 70s on us. Let's see if this works.
Whoa! What on earth did you do?
I fired 6 shots of the wand of magic missile.
Holy crap balls!
I believe I'm allowed to do.
Yeah, you are. Dagger. Yeah. Ow! Is all I can say. He retains
Still
concentration.
managed to success on the concentration every time.
Yeah, he succeeded. Your missiles pump into him. Did you roll the extra 2d4, remember, for the first missile?
I did not, so I'll have to add that on.
Because I might kill you, but I'm going to kill you fairly.
That was worth it. There you are. Extra 3 damage.
3 plus 2, so 5. Oh, right, okay. He's now looking lightly wounded, Rick. Well done. And do you wish to move?
Yeah, I am actually. Not 25, that's 15. Oh, bloody screen. I need to go 2 more forward. There you go.
Right.
There we are. Right.
All right.
I like to think you kind of used it a bit like a little machine gun.
Yeah, I'm up for that. Like I kind of thought of like you holding the one in one hand and then you're fanning an invisible hammer like a revolver. We Rab.
Right, I have two counter questions to ask.
Yes.
One is, these units that are engaging our troops in the town.
Yes.
If we cast, like, say, an area effect spell on them, will that affect the outcome of the fight with?
Yes, it can do.
Yeah. Right. Okay. And secondly, what would happen if I cast spell magic on this big electrical storm thing? Would it have a chance to affect it or not?
You can sense that it's a call lightning. So the storm itself is too big to dispel magic on. You'd need to cast it on the person or persons casting it.
That was going to be my follow-on bit. Would it be that or
call lightning? It summons the storm, but the storm itself is not the magical effect, and it's something crazy, like 120 feet or something, isn't it?
Sure,
yeah. It basically covers the entire town. So
I'm going to run like buggery, and I want to get just in the doorway of that house there.
Okay, and you cower under the doorway.
Right, ready for next turn. And I end my turn there.
Very, very good. Gagoth.
Okay. Shout at the lancers to that there's dragonborn in the town to the north, reinforce and eliminate them.
Okay, they will head up that way.
And then I'll run.
So they get to there, and then to there. And then you sprint at the same pace as the cavalry are riding.
Yep.
And close the distance, putting the rogues to shame.
I will close the distance.
Is that your turn, sir?
That is.
Excellent. So this is round 3. The 87th foot inflict more damage upon the dragonborn while taking none in return. Right, Lamarus is in the game, Earl, and he's now heading into combat as he beats his wings and flies as quickly as possible, almost reaching the gate. The ballast is gone because the tower's collapsing. So we will just mark you as deceased. Job's good. Brigandiers have scattered. Guardsmen have thingy. Light storm. Time for those D20s, people. 8 for ebb and death. And 3 for Lamarus. Wow, look at those rolls. Highest was an 8. Lamarus is struck by lightning, but if I recall correctly, he is immune to it.
Should be.
Oh, hang on. I think I forgot to roll, man. Or did I roll?
Yeah, damage immunity to lightning. Nat 20. Yeah, so Lamarus is struck by lightning. He is, however, immune. So that was a bit of a letdown. Ferrari, desperately running away, close to death. Hail or fire? Hail or fire? No, it's just going to hail with a bigger spell, which is a level 4 healing word. Which is 9 whole hit points. Fail the burn, baby. And then runs away desperately, trying to get away. Sees that dragon coming the other way. Looks quite sad about it, I'm not going to lie. That's the end of her turn. Clash!
I'll run up and dash behind her and kill her to death.
That'll work. You engage her in combat.
Will I get sneak attack?
You do not get sneak attack unless you can get an advantage.
I will use my insightful fighting.
Is it what? That's an action though, isn't it, or bonus action? Because you've used
As
your
a
bonus action to dash.
Yeah, in that case, I'll just stab her in the head or in whatever part of the body.
That seems perfectly sensible move.
Should I poison her or not? That's the question.
Boom.
30.
I guess a 30 might hit. I just need to check her AC. No, that'll hit. 8 damage. Are you going to pump her full of venom?
Yeah, I'll pump her.
I don't remember what that does. I'm going to have a look at your character sheet.
I'm doing exactly the same thing.
The Dagar of Venom.
DC 15.
Oh no, you can use an action to cause poison to cut the blade.
In that case, I can't.
Yeah, so you've just stabbed that for 8. And she goes, ow! She's like, I'll go, you'll never hear from me again. Half orcs together and all that.
No, you'll come back and you'll try to kill me. I can see it. You cannot resist my must.
And is that your turn then, as you...
There's nothing else I can do.
Okay.
Except if she tries to run away, I've got to slow it down now since...
That's true, she can't keep throwing spells. Shash, you've run behind the building. Chunks of rubble, however, have fallen off the building. Can you give me an athletics check because you're standing behind the building? Right next to it, there's chunks of rubble rain down upon you. which you easily sidestep. What's with all the 20s tonight, guys? It's not fair when the DM's trying to kill you fair and square.
I shall move. I shall move down the path, and when I see Evan Death, I'll fire him. I'll shoot him with arrows, and then continue moving away from the tower.
Right. Okay. So move. Your move. Right. So you move to there, and then you shoot at him. Are you going to leap off the top there, or are you going to go down the path?
Oh,
You miss. Did you see
No,
that D20 roll, Dave? Bounces off his armor. You get that fairy fire on there, Dave.
it'll break concentration. They'll lose the bless.
Oh, that's true. Fuck those
We're
guys.
about to lose the bless anyway.
Right. Is that your turn? No, you have the rest of your movement, don't you? Did you like that D20 roll there, lads?
Oh, I don't.
Yeah.
Oh,
Says it all, really.
what does the 20 say on your night?
Can I
Oh, yeah.
slide down to the bottom path there?
Yeah. Make an athletics check or an acrobatics check at your choice. You won't take any damage, but you'll fall prone if you're sliding down. Yeah. So yeah, you slide down. You surf down.
Can I roll those numbers when I'm shooting at them?
I don't know, Dave. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right. Ettergirl.
Much dashing down there through the alley. Hang on, I need to zoom in a bit. Where are we? Right, that's my first one, and then I shall dash.
To sort of 50. Are you using your bonus action?
Yes, I'll use both, and then I'd like to hide.
Very good.
Much hidage.
Okay.
Oh,
You
dear.
only
I like
roll
that.
a 13, but that's fine. That's against his passive perception. It can't be that bad.
Yeah, well, he can't say through walls, can
Fire.
Right. Evan Death moves to this corner here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and with his newly recharged breath, spits breath absolutely everywhere. It comes out as a necrotic gas cloud, so it looks a bit similar to a green dragon's breath, but it comes out and it's all purple and black and evil and
Manky.
manky.
Gust of wind. Blow it away from you.
Holy shit. Right, so it hits everywhere. Hang on, I need to move him out of the way here.
We're in the doorway.
It's gas. It spreads out. It's like I said, it's gas. It spreads out. It's not.
Hold my breath.
It hits
Like,
everyone in that radius.
Right, I'm casting shield.
You cast shield. Okay.
Well, it will do when you can remember to do it. There you go. Because apparently that works on the one that hits it as well.
What does shield do? Is it armor?
Just gives you extra
It's
armor.
AC, but it's going to be a
Save.
test.
That was some wild magic. Alright, so it's not really.
Okay,
bad.
I will roll your saving throws. Good luck, gentlemen. We have 3 failures.
What did we need to succeed?
Dash.
22.
Shake Rab by the hand.
22.
Nice knowing you.
Right, Andy, you failed, so you take automatic half damage. Yet you pass your resistance, automatically work that out. So he breathes poisonous,
I'm not
necrotic
fucking dead.
gas everywhere.
Five
Still holding this child. You hear a roar of dragon laughter. He waves the child in his claw about and says,
Stop waving that child, you.
he's like, hey, look, Dolly. And then he flies on past as if you are naught to him. And that ends his turn.
He's a prick.
Rick.
I'm moving to there.
Yeah. Okay, you run.
I didn't run. I should have done 25.
Okay, you jog.
It's mostly so that I can still hit him with something. Right. Strength saving. So he's probably gonna have a ridiculous strength, but I'm gonna do it anyway. No, then the child dies. Probably not a good idea.
Yeah, what a bastard there. He succeeds in his saving throw.
Well, that's all that does.
He's got a wide smile, and you swear he is laughing at you.
Yeah, well, I stick my finger up at him for a
He
bow
says,
attack.
I'll be back in, on average, 2 to 3 rounds. Wait, Rab.
Right. I want to do a series of things. I want you to tell me if it's possible.
You're on 1 hit point. Please,
I know.
go ahead.
First thing I want to do is try and cast. Well, what I do is series of events is cast polymorph at the dragon, then go through the door of the house, and then for I don't know if you're able to, for an action or a bonus action, swing me portion of greater healing.
No, it's an action to drink a portion of greater healing, but you can certainly
Alright.
cast polymorph and then run in the house.
All right. Hang on. I've got a bonus action heal, haven't I? That I can cast up myself.
You have healing word.
Okay, I will try that then.
Right, so roll his save. He succeeds.
Arse biscuit. Right. I
Seems
duck in.
never done this, mate.
I took it to the house and out the line of sight, and I cast my hair on myself.
Okay.
Am I out of the gas when I've got indoors in this house or not?
Yeah, well, you are at the moment, yeah.
Well, okay, then I'll head in the house and up to the second story then.
Right.
That
Okay.
should. Yes.
Good goth.
Is that his theme tune?
Yeah.
80 feet. Wow. You sprint up to Ferrari.
And tell Kalash keep her alive, please.
What?
Unconscious, but alive.
Yeah, if you're using a melee weapon, you can state that you're using non-lethal damage to knock someone out. It's got to be a melee weapon, or you can't do it with magic missile or bows, as I discovered recently. You haven't attacked, so your rage has dropped, Gogoth?
Yeah, my rage dropped ages ago.
Yeah, so I didn't knock
It,
the
in fact,
effect off.
hasn't been activated during the whole dragon appearance.
Yeah. We'll get back to that. 87th Foot have taken away half of the Dragonborn's forces. The levies and the guardsmen are holding. The archers, it's possible for them to shoot the dragon if they succeed in a melee check. I believe they don't have line of sight on them. But they can move out into the main street if you like.
I think that would be a very bad idea. Wrong. Correct.
So what do you want them to do? They're the only people other than the Zentarum who are busy engaged in hand-to-hand Walking Dead for possession of the pub fighting. Like to the point where one of them has just randomly tripped over a stick that for no reason whatsoever.
Have them fall back into the houses and provide cover and fire for the Zentarum. I mean, those swarthy mercenaries.
Well, the archers are near the north gate.
All right, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong bloody unit again. Tell them to keep falling
I
back.
disguised them, right? I disguised them so they would be hard to tell apart. The archers are the ones that are carrying bows.
Oh, yeah. So it is.
I know I confused you there, but DM
Have them
sarcasm
fall
211.
Fall back in file and keep your fire. Try and keep your fire rate as high as possible.
Right, so you want them in those houses there, yes?
Yeah.
Right.
Seems good enough.
I don't know if they can shoot at Mr. Drag. Or do you want them to try and shoot the dragon?
I think if he takes all the fire, we'll get overrun by the other stuff. So we'll deal with their big yin.
Very good. So they will miss. Lamoros coming in like a bullet from a gun.
I do not know that song.
I don't want to know that song.
Like a missile, he's about to pass overhead, Earl.
Oh man, I'm so tempted to try and get a lift, but it'll end so badly if I do that.
Do it, man. Epic. Epicness.
If I'm gone out.
Right, end of round, lightning storm. Gentlemen, roll your dice. I really like this mechanic. I should have to do this on every fight.
Like it? I don't like it as much as I did though.
Right, Ebon Death gets a 6. Lamoros gets a 12. Kalash gets a 5.
Area effect.
You were immune to it last time, weren't you?
I just want to know if I can touch her nose when I get hit by lightning.
You just want to channel it through her. Right, so it zaps you, but luckily, as you seem to be immune for some bizarre reason, it effectively does nothing. The drumming is louder as you approach the north gate.
Can I wink at her since she's Talos, isn't she?
She is, yes.
God, wink at her when the lightning does nothing.
Yeah, as you bathe head to foot in lightning, and you're just like, yeah, that's all you've got. Ferrari disengages, which means she can't hail, but she can't be attacked, and runs for the gate. Kalash.
So she's got her back to me and running away now.
Yeah, well, she does, yes.
Will I get advantage from attacking from behind?
No. You can hold your action and then wait until Gorgoth comes up next to you, and then use your sneak attack on her with the trigger saying, if Gorgoth comes alongside, I will sneak attack her in the back to stun or whatever.
Gorgoth running looks like he's chasing after her.
Well, you can shout him. It's a free action to shout a few, like a cut sentence.
Gorgoth, are you chasing her?
What's it look like? Yeah.
Well, in that case, I'll
Faster
hold my
than you,
action.
Shars.
True. I'll hold my action, and when he pulls alongside, I'll get advantage, and I'll
you don't get advantage, but you get your sneak attack.
Yeah, I'll knock her in the forehead with the pummel of my weapon.
Right, by using a sneak attack, and you shout, stab. Right, Shash. You just see this awful black cloud come pouring out of the dragon's mouth and on the other side of those huts, and you think, phew, I'm pleased I wasn't over there. I hope there was nobody in that. He hits. Bam, baby.
Damn, maybe.
And he misses as he spirals. So that's one hit. Well done, Dave. He's still looking lightly wounded.
I continue running down this path.
Right, okay, I'm just checking. That's okay, that's cool. You run down the path to there.
Okay.
Okay, is that your turn?
Yeah.
Corkin. Next up is Edgal.
Right. Sorry, I've got a mouthful of biscuit.
That gives you disadvantage on your spellcasting rolls because you've got a mouthful of biscuit as you try to get the verbal components out. Did he say firewall? No, fucking firewall.
Right. I'm just going to ask you this beforehand because this will decide what I do next. What I would like to do is dash across the street into that house that Ebendeth is hovering next to.
Yeah.
Run up the stairs, pop out of the nearest upstairs dormer window. Yep, that one, the one that Ebendeth is sort of pointing at.
Yeah.
And leap on him.
Okay. I'd say go for it. Roll an athletics check.
Right.
As you run across the room, kick the door open, run up the stairs.
And needless to say, I then intend to stick my swords in him.
Yeah, I imagine you will. So you run across the street, which is...
Yep, so that would sort of put me...
25 puts you to the outside.
Yeah.
You boot the door open, you run up the stairs, and you dive out
there
of that window.
Yep.
And then you got to jump on him.
Yes, and stick my swords in him.
That is an excellent plan. Do you have any more?
Oh.
No. Did you have to use your dash to get up there with your bonus action, was that?
That was my bonus action dash.
Right, so you leap majestically through the sky. Ebendeth looks incredibly surprised as you land upon his back. So yeah,
good.
You can stab him.
I don't suppose I'll get any snake attack, will I?
You won't, even though he is quite surprised.
Well, I think I should maybe get it for that.
But you do get 2 attacks on him, yeah.
Yeah, well, let's have a look. Oh, you bastard. Did you say that?
I did that 20 that just rolled slightly over.
Yeah, well, never mind. We'll try the other one.
That one's a hit. He howls in pain as the dagger, or the short sword, actually pierces under his scale. Now you're close, you can see his body is kind of stitched together from different bits. It's a real Frankenstein hack job.
I shall just look at him and go, hello, you fucker.
He looks incredibly angry, but he can snake his head round to bite at you.
Well, nobody wanted to survive the campaign, did they?
I know I'm not.
Which he does. He will have a go at biting you, Andy, because he's like, you cheeky bleeder. Jesus fucking Christ.
Ebendeth is being played by Michael Caine.
Right, he hits. Would you like to use your evasive doobly-doos?
Already put it on.
Just in case, right. So he bites down. And you take a lot of damage, and including some poison damage.
Yeah.
But he can't
look at him again and go, is that all you've got?
He says, I'm going to eat your face!
No, you're not.
And then he flies, and if you're on his back, you come with him.
Awesome. I'm not a total idiot. He doesn't know this yet.
Right, so he flies to there, and then he flies to there. And Andy goes with him on his back. Love it. Right. Rick, you can just see Etical come leaping out of a window and jump on his back.
I wasn't expecting that.
No, in fact, somebody should write a song about it.
No bloody bard.
When you see your gnome come leaping out of a home onto the back of a dragon, well, I wasn't expecting that.
I think when I actually get to the right bloody page, there we go, that I should take my potion of greater healing right now.
That sounds like a sensible act.
And now I have to remember how to do this. Do I drag it and put it on my character?
There should be a tick.
It's in my inventory. Oh, hang on. Carried, not equipped. Let's equip it, and then it'll be a tick on it. No, for some reason I only have potion of cold resistance as a potential tickage.
You do, and I don't know what. For God's sake, for the love of God!
I'm fine with just sticking the portion on me.
Yeah, you can do that. Try that. If not, I think I'll have to drag it over from the effects code and portions.
Does that work?
It did not, but we will sort that out in the 2 flicks of a dragon's tail.
Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. You know, I go through characters like for hours, and I think Shash stops and puts his cold weather clothing on in the middle of a fight. You feel overly warm, Dave?
I always had it on, and not for some reason.
They are, Rick. You have a potion of greater healing now. It's
Thank
under
you
your
very much.
cantrips for some reason.
Oh, that's fine. It doesn't matter where they are.
It doesn't, because you're just going to drink it and use it up anyway.
I do have 2 as well, so it's useful to have it again.
Glug, glug,
But yeah,
glug.
I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to move closer to the flying git that way.
So it's got a screaming child in one claw. It's got Andy on its back stabbing away, although I assume he's probably going to aim next shot for advantage, and then because he has advantage, he can then use his sneak attack on it.
Are you a druid, Andy?
I am.
Could you not turn into something really heavy?
Like an anvil with Acme written on it.
Yeah.
Or even while looking to the northwest, a large bronze dragon, because I've seen one of them now.
Sadly, dragons don't count as beasts. Wait, Rab.
I will nick my potion of greater healing.
Glug, glug.
Then I want to cast as a bonus action healing word on myself.
Okay. At what level?
Level 2.
Yeah, that's it. Pull out all the big guns. Right, that was at level 1. If you look at your character sheet under your spells level 2, you actually have Healing Word level 2.
Sorry, the wrong one.
I know. I mean, you've only just started. We're only 42 episodes in.
2 seconds.
Right, why are you casting Healing Spirit now?
Because I opened the wrong thing again.
Right, hold on. Before
Sorry.
He puts black marks on all of us every time we do something wrong, doesn't he?
I was like, should I kill them? I'm feeling pretty bad, but no. Right now, it's on. So when as you're making death saving throws on the floor, right? Just remember, this is because Brissy can't remember which buttons to press. There you go. I have corrected your damage. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I want to see if I need to run somewhere. Just moving the map.
You can, but where? That's the question.
Going to run through the house.
Okay.
Into the house. Going to go through a window. And
right, that'll count as difficult terrain because you're clambering through a house and then into another house. So you only move half. So you can move 15 feet. So there you go.
All right, there you go.
Not a problem. Gagoth.
Yeah.
Rick, what are you clicking?
Oh, sorry. I'll put it on mute.
So 25 feet. Does somebody want to hit them now?
Yeah, as soon as you run next to them, that triggers Earl. Earl, you get to roll your backstab. Type what's it?
I want to try something.
Don't do that because
try something.
You want to just break something.
Insightful fighting is a bonus action. I didn't use my bonus action, so I'm going to make a wisdom insight check to get.
And it's against her charisma, isn't it? Is that a charisma check?
Charisma deception.
She may suffer hit unless she gets a 20. No, so yeah, you have the advantage. So click advantage.
I'm going to click advantage.
Apply your sneak attack. This may tickle somewhat.
I'm going to hit her, not to kill her.
That's cool. You have clicked advantage? Yeah, that's a bit of a hit. Alright, okay. It's listed as dead, but that's fine. You do non-lethal damage, so how do you put her down as you?
So I gather her in my arms and headbutt her in the face and go, shh, shh, shh. Just lie there, sleep, darling.
You can't sneak attack with a headbutt.
And then give her one while she's warm.
Alright, so yeah.
I'll run over, grab her in my arms and then smash me dagger into her temple and go, lie there.
I mean, I do like the idea of a sneak attack headbutt, but I feel that would be open to abuse from Andy and Bracey afterwards. Right, yeah, so you smash her in the temple and she collapses on the ground.
I don't know how you dare say such a thing.
Why are we keeping God alive?
So I've used 25 feet of my movement. Pick her up, put her on my shoulders, move that way. That best be.
You can hear from the other side of the wall. The drumming is quite loud. Move. Right, you've got how much movement?
From the other side of the wall, how far?
It's impossible to say from where you are.
So I've got 15 feet of my normal movement and then I can run?
Yeah. So you grab the unconscious body, you snatch it from Earl's arms, who looks just a little creepy as he's stroking, and then you grab her and run off with her. I'll not move the token, I'll just assume you're dragging her about unless there's going to be some kind of kerfuffle who has the unconscious half-orc lady. In Klingon culture, this would be considered courtship.
I'll turn around and go, I've got the next.
I've run to the sloppy seconds. Right, okay, is that your turn, Gurgoth? Yes?
Yes, it is.
Because I'm confused. People are all over the map. Right, so...
Actually, can I shout?
Of course you can.
Shout to the Dragonborn that I have the leader lay down their arms.
This is... actually, this turn, the 87th foot managed to rout the Dragonborn, but because you have the leader and you shout, they break and run. So they are routed and no longer effective as a combat unit, and I can remove them from the board.
Sure.
The 87th foot has taken 3 damage in total, but have not routed because I rolled for the little buggers. So because of your actions, Goth, the Dragonborn root and disappear as a combat unit. Excellent work, sir. Excellent work. Right, Lamoureux's coming in like a... He's coming in like a wrecking ball.
For that one.
Passing overhead of you all nearly. Whoosh.
Oh.
I thought dragons were faster.
80 foot movement.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I don't know why I thought they were faster.
You could shout, there's no rush. We're kind of in combat here, but like if you'd like, hurry it up a bit.
Have you not got a dash action?
Oh, and we're back to Lightning Storm, my favourite part of the round. So you take a tiny bit of damage, but your hair stands on end and you're still going. You are on the back of a dragon though, so.
Can I channel it? Throw me into the dragon. Go on.
Okay, I will say yes. However, the lightning that comes off you into the dragon dissipates and shimmers against something as if there's a spell or a barrier or something protecting it from lightning. Almost as if it knew it was fighting some lightning worshipper people.
Wait a second.
Right, so that is the Storm Kalash. There's a big dragon up there coming in at 40 feet, and Goth has run off with your woman.
I will change my target to the dragon.
Yeah.
With the gnome on his back shouting, yeehaw!
And I will dash towards it.
Are you dashing or double dashing?
I'll double dash. So how far?
30, 60, 90 feet. Or you can move 60 and fire your crossbow.
Do that. I can't see. I think that's 60. No,
that's 65 feet.
60. I'll shoot it with my crossbow. Oh, shit. Why did I get advantage there?
You got disadvantage.
Oh, right.
You're at long range.
Because you're at long range. It clatters off his scale. Andy, there's a crossbow will dings off his scales and whistles past your ear.
Back in case it's relevant.
I peer sort of over the edge of the dragon and just scowl at Kalash.
He shoulders in the air as if to say, oh.
Right. Shash. Shoots. He shoots, he scores. Yeah. He keeps his concentration, doing damage. Another 10 points of pace into Ebon Death.
You running down this path?
Are you wearing him out? Oh, yes. Yeah, he is light wounded still. Excellent. You continue to run down the path. Go ahead. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Etigol, it is your turn, sir.
Right. I am going to aim. Use my bonus action to aim.
And get advantage, thus giving your sneak attack. Yes.
Correct.
So make sure you click your advantage when you roll.
Oh, I have clicked my advantage. And if this all goes tits up, I shall use my inspiration. I've been saving it for a useful purpose. Right.
Right.
Well,
I'm rooting for you.
Here goes nothing.
Indeed.
It's a hit.
Woohoo.
Boom, baby. Yeah, he screams in pain as you manage to slip it under a scale and you drive it home. Oh. Is there anything else you're doing?
Well, I won't be able to offhand him with my short sword, will I?
No, because you've used your bonus action.
Yes.
Plus, you're only hanging on with your knees, and at the moment he's right side up. But
yes,
should he turn upside down, you do have Featherfall.
I was going to say, I'm rather hoping he does, in an attempt to get the gnome to stop stabbing him.
For want of a better phrase, to toss you off the back.
Yes, something like that. To stop the gnome giving him one from behind, so to speak.
Yeah, well, it's Evan Death's turn, and he still hasn't rolled his breath weapon. I hate it. Right, I'll roll it now.
Gnome on a dragon.
I get a 3. He does not get his breath weapon back. But
Well, I
I'm
don't
not.
die from breath weapon this
Yeah.
round.
No, he will bite at you and roll upside down.
Well, if he rolls upside down, I shall let go.
And float gently to the floor. So you are actually 30 feet in the air.
Well, I can fall 60 feet around, so I
Right.
can be on the ground in half a round and run like buggery.
So we will just make a bite attack and then
Hang on, before we do anything daft like that, let's...
he gets a 28. Does that hit?
I doubt it.
Right. It does a horrendous amount of damage to you, Andy, but you're still barely conscious as he rolls over and you start to float to the ground.
Hang on. Let me just check.
I haven't checked to see how many hit points you got. I just saw it says status critical.
Yeah. Well, as I sort of
68 out of 86.
as I fall off, I shall just shout after him. Is that the best you've got?
Right. He roars and then turns round because you're floating in midair as he flies 40 feet out and then 40 feet back and swipes at you with his claw as you have been tormenting him. He flies away and then goes, "Oh, is that the best you've got? Is that right?" So then he claws at you.
Do I get a reaction?
You've already used your reaction, so you don't get to use it twice in the same round. He's only got one free hand, so luckily he can only claw you once. He hits.
Ouch.
He slashes at you. Right, Andy, you go unconscious and you start to slowly float towards the floor. And he says, "Yeah, that's what I thought." And he's holding the little girl up and waving her about in his other hand as if he's like doing a doll. And he's like, "See, this is what happens when you mesh with the best."
Doesn't Andy turn invisible because he's got fade away?
Yep, he does.
You're kidding, aren't you?
Actually,
It's not an Enya spell.
Shit, sorry, no, I forgot. You know, when he bit me
Yes.
and I fell off, I turned invisible.
Right, okay. He immediately turns around and claws you and hits you, paying no attention to your invisibility.
That's fair enough.
Because he has blind sight because he's a dragon.
Can I use inspiration or anything to avoid being actually dead?
Sadly, no. The claw attack does not. The claw attack doesn't have a saving throw or anything like that. So unfortunately, and you've used your reaction, so you're not dead. You're just unconscious, floating slowly to the floor. Is it a conscious thing where you turn invisible or not?
No, it just happens.
Right.
I can't help it.
Because the problem is they need to get a heal on you, but you're invisible.
It doesn't last that long, I don't think. I'll just check.
Right. So yeah, he was flying up that way, but you made him by turn round by taunting him, and he clawed you. That is his turn, Rick. You see this? You see Andy come off. You see a flash of claw and teeth, a spray of blood, and then Andy disappears. The dragon laughs at him.
Move up, and then I attack him with Tasha's Mind Whip.
Oh, that sounds nasty.
Good lad.
What does that do?
Oh, right, I don't have a button. No, I do have a button.
Right, just tell us what it does, because
Don't worry.
I need to make a Arcana check for him.
Let's see what happened.
He succeeded on his save.
Right, so failed save. The target takes 3d6 psychic damage and it can't take a reaction until the end of its turn. On successful save, the target takes half as much damage, and that's it.
Okay, so
he'll take 14.
half the value to 14.
Yeah, and then I have to roll a d20 because of wild, crazy magics. Oh no.
That's a sound we like.
Is 1 not what happens on the wild magic table?
Yeah, that's exactly what I've been waiting for this the entire time. Right, so because you rolled when I was applying damage, you need to take another 13 damage, which puts his wounds to.
Why does he need to take another 13?
Because it only transferred 1 point of damage over, because as you rolled, I was dragging the box, so I grabbed the 1. Right, so he is now moderately wounded, Rick.
Which would be good, except God knows what's going to happen. I'm probably turning into a chicken.
Wild magic table. Do you have the wild magic table handy?
I know you have a massive one, but
no, just use the normal one. It's okay.
Abilities, wild magic, surge.
This could be fabulous.
Oh, there's the table. Right. Oh, I can just roll it on here. Each creature within 30 feet of you becomes invisible for the next minute.
Right. So,
please tell me the dragon is.
Shall we find out? The dragon is 35 feet away.
Oh, thank
Andy,
God.
I think, is 30 feet away.
He's already invisible.
Yeah, but
I was coming back next round.
He was going to reappear so that people could heal him. Andy is now invisible for a minute. You, Rick, have a vague idea where he is. If you have a potion and you could reach him, maybe you could find his body and stuff a potion in his gob. Maybe.
Rick could turn invisible as well.
Yes, Rick has turned invisible.
It does end when you attack or cast a spell, but that was wild magic.
As we have previously discovered, dragons give like a flying fuck about people being invisible. Ori, the Hobbit, and Smaug. I sent you, little hobbit. Right, Rick, have you finished making everybody invisible?
Yes.
Right, well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drag the invisible effect. This is going so much better than I could have imagined. It's just insanity. It's just people running about all over the place, turning people invisible.
Well, that was wild magic.
So what does your wild magic surge look like?
Like a kind of purple stuttering of sparks that then kind of just go, oh, and like fade out as if they've failed.
That is corking. Does this anything else happen to Ebb and Death?
No, that's it.
Right, okay. This is excellent news. Right. You've also passed a threshold that you did not know about. Wait, Rab McTavish.
Seems to be fireworks outside of my house.
No, that's just your spell misfiring.
Right. Would I know what happened to Andy or not?
No, you're in a house.
Fortunate. Right. I want to swig a potion of a normal potion of healing.
All right.
Find it. And then I want to run up to the second story of this house that I'm in.
Yeah, you run up to the second. Sorry, are you looking out the window or not?
I'm peeking out.
Right, all you can see in the street is Ebb and Death. And he actually looks hurt. Some kind of, not exactly blood, but stuff is oozing out from between his scales and he looks pissed.
So I don't think I've got anything that'll reach him, so I will end my turn there.
Yeah, but yeah, there's no sign of Andy and Rick.
Oh,
They're obviously fine.
It didn't mark up the second use, the potion of healing use. So I pressed it myself and then it's recast.
Oh, okay. Are you just trying to say how many times you can break things now?
No, I'm letting you know.
Good gosh. Right. You have an unconscious half-orc. The Dragonborn have broken and fled in all directions. And you running behind the house? Oh, you running up there? Up the side to have a look over the hill? You have gone very quiet, sir.
Yeah, can I see the drummers anywhere?
You can, on the lower hillock to the north. Drummers! Right, let me put the L drummers on. In a circle, drumming. The clue is in the question. Right, they stand up there. Can you see them now?
Yeah.
Upon that low rise, drumming away.
Okay.
You still have the body of... do you still have the body of Ferrari over your shoulder?
Oh, no, now we have it, what's it, deadlift? So both arms underneath holding her above my head.
Yeah, so you stand on the parapet of the wall holding her above your head. A limp form.
And shout out to them, we have your leader. Lay down your arms.
Right, they look to you, they see the limp body. Roll an intimidate check with advantage.
Okay, move things around.
That is a 19. That is a success. So yeah, so they stop drumming, the storm disappears, and they turn and flee the scene. The lightning storm is gone. The drummers are also gone.
And as I have a dash left, I will, so an actual action left, I'll run down.
Technically, you could actually pursue them all, but they just turn and they flee at your mightiness, your show of Conan-like strength.
Yeah. Definitely an unconscious half-orc. Yeah.
Half-orc in metal armor, remember?
Yeah.
Well, are you dragging the body around with you?
Yeah, carrying it with me.
You should grab her by the ankle now and just drag her around the streets, like bumping her head in, like through cart tracks and whatever. Right, is that your turn, sir?
That is my turn.
Excellent. Lamarose is coming or passing overhead, the shadow of the dragon itself, Earl.
Oh, can I wave him down to give us a lift? But I assume that it's not that easy.
You can make a grapple check, which you can automatically choose to fail. What I say, he can descend automatically. It's climbing that costs him. So he climbs down. He holds a claw out to scoop you up.
I'll jump into his claw.
Why do I feel this is going to go suddenly wrong? Horribly wrong. Right, Ferrari is unconscious. Kalash, you jump into his claw.
I'll hold my attacks till I think I'm in melee range of him. But as I'm flying towards him, I will study his fighting style.
Who? Lamoros?
The dragon.
Ebon Death.
Yeah.
Right, so you are effectively now 15 feet in the air, being carried. The dragon grabs you around the waist, so you're like doing the Superman pose or whatever.
Dagger out in front of us.
Dagger out in front of you. Oh, this is going to go so wrong. Shash Elliot shoots again at Ebon Death and hits. He succeeds on a 4 on his concentration. Excellent. Hits twice. Bang, bang. And he succeeds. Is that your turn? Are you moving anywhere?
Has Ebon Death got a roll of 1 to fail their concentration?
Pretty much, yeah. He's got absolutely insane stats. Shashelian has gotten down to moderate damage, however. Excellent. Etigal,
Yes.
you succeed in your first death saving throw. How fast do you fall to the ground?
60 feet around.
Right,
So
so
I'm already
so
on the
you
ground.
gently and invisibly land on the ground.
Yeah, and I would have become visible again, but obviously.
But
not.
Rick has made you invisible. So
Yes.
well done, Rick.
Which under normal circumstances I would thank him for.
Don't thank me, thank them. The curious.
Ebon Death's turn. Again, I wish it would roll the breath weapon. Rolling a d6. A 5. Ebon Death's breath weapon is up. Is that your movement that you did there, Shash?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ebon Death is pissed off that you have been shooting him full of arrows. Targets you and flies right at you. And in one turn gets to there. Passing overhead of Rick. Bang! And spits his breath weapon all over you, Dave. Necrotic gas streams from his mouth. Fails. Oh,
This is gonna hurt.
this is going to hurt just a smidge.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Computers froze. We win. Excellent.
Yeah,
Right.
my computer has actually froze as it's working out the damage to Shash.
Oh hell's bollocks!
Your bless has expired. Shash is critically injured, and that's my best GM hit. I'll have you know. So I'm pleased that we've got that for consideration. But that's his turn because he's fully moved and he has spat breath weapon all over you, Dave.
That means I
Rick,
can still back.
it is your turn. The dragon swooped off overhead and
Right.
is
Over
vanished.
here.
It's a shame he was 5 feet away from being made invisible. That's such a shame.
Is there anything I could do, like detect magic I could make it a bonus action.
If you
Right.
run over to the general area and make
Yeah.
an investigate check, you're basically feeling around the floor to find an unconscious invisible Andy.
Right, there we are. +3 on investigation.
Right, this round you don't find him. You're searching around the floor. You don't feel anything invisible.
Fair enough.
You've got
Where are you, wee bugger?
You've got no insight or anything. Sadly, as a GM, I've been slacking hand them out. Is that everything? You're just poking about trying to find him?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
I'll be-
We Rab.
Here we go. All or nothing. Right. The side where Ebon Death is in the house I'm in, is there any windows?
I'm going to say yes. There'll be a window on that side.
Right. Can I jump out of the window on the Ebon Death?
I'm going to say, okay, try it. Make an athletics roll.
I want to use luck.
So you've
'Cause
got
what I want to do is I want to jump out on him, and then I am going to go into
Right.
prime elemental wild shape.
Right, well, I would say make an athletics roll first, and then you can decide whether you want to look it after you roll.
Oh, I'm definitely going to use luck for that. I believe
Roll
let's
athletics
do-
again. You just take a point to look off and then roll athletics again. Oh, that's better, right? You leap out of the window, screaming your war cry.
in slow motion, and as soon as I land on Ebon Death, I cast elemental wild shape, fire elemental, and I hang on for dear life.
Okay, go on, roll your
Good lad.
wild shape thing. Do your wild shape.
I hope he's not immune to fire.
We'll find out. I do. Whoa, boy, look at that. Roll your damage. Roll your touch.
I'm just
So
Show
roll
me
your
what-
attack first.
trying to find where it is on the sheet because I've never actually had this up yet. I'm just reading.
It's right at the bottom. Your attacks and things all the way at the bottom.
Why I couldn't find
You
it.
got touch. So
Touching it, isn't it? 'Cause he's on top.
roll to hit. Right, he hasn't taken any damage yet. But next round you can just roll your damage because you're hanging on.
Okay.
Okay.
Stick your elemental finger up his arse.
Dear life.
And you hang on for dear life.
Kid dies.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy about that, I can tell you. Goth, it's your turn.
Okay. I will move at best possible speed back towards the middle of the
Hang on. Sorry. The elemental makes 2 touch attacks.
Oh, well, go on, touch it in somewhere appropriate.
What is it? Yeah.
That is a thing. A hit, yeah, boy. Hang on a sec, I'll do your targeting.
Canella.
There you are. Roll your damage.
Just trying to find where my damage is.
Next to the touch attack bit at the bottom of the character sheet. That's a scary looking elemental thing as well, though. Ooh, Ebon Death almost lost his concentration on his spell. But now he's wishing he'd put a different spell up. But never mind, that is... You burn him, and he's now moderately wounded. Nice. Right, Goth, sorry.
best possible speed towards the middle of town.
Are you carrying Ferrari still? Yeah. So you've got her in a shoulder carry, no problem. Then we have a bunch of NPCs that we actually don't need anymore. Right, by this time, the Zentarum, I'll tell you what happens because I rolled it earlier on. The Zentarum and the zombies fight each other to a standstill until they're both down to their last hit point. Then the zombies force the Zentarum to rout, but up steps an officer and he shouts, "We are the unnamed mercenaries and we're not going to let a bunch of stupid zombies." He manages to make his rally roll. They turn around and do the last point of damage, destroying the zombies and driving their corpses into the sea.
Nice.
The Zentarum, however, have 1 hit point left, which means they've got 80% casualties or routed. Because you cut them off, Earl. So well done on that one. He's gone quiet now. But they are victorious. The Zentarum own the pub. Hurrah! What?
That is all that matters.
Yeah, if nothing else, you're all going to die, but the Zentarum own the pub. Right, Lamarus comes forward like a wrecking ball.
The reference I didn't expect tonight was Richard making Miley Cyrus, but alright.
With him, he brings Galash in
I
his
agree with you.
Superman pose. He's still out of lightning bolt range, but Lamarus is not entirely happy about doing it. He can cast some spells, but unfortunately, I don't think anything with that long range. Anything he can do from that range, I do not believe so. No, he can cast Fog Cloud. Whoop-de-doo.
Rich,
Yeah,
I was twice as big. Could he still carry me?
easily.
Push him enlarged.
Oh, Jesus, okay, you use the enlarge potion. I can get rid of one of the commoners because she's run for cover. There's only the one that Death's holding. Effect. Is there an enlarge?
It basically just gives me more damage, and I get advantage on strength rolls.
Yeah,
Like,
I know there's an effect. Here you go. I'm going to...
The strength, angry dragon that's on fire, holding on tight might be important.
This fight is now getting completely out of hand. You realise that, don't you? So you grow. You are now a half-orc of unusual size. HOUS. Ferrari is unconscious. Kalash, it's your turn.
Well, there's not much I can do, but my crossbow has grown with me, so can I take a shot? Or am I out of
You can, yes.
good arbalest?
You shoot. You have your enlarge on. So
I do. Where are you? Wait a sec. Inventory. No, action. Sorry, Rick.
no, that's fine.
Dark nabbit.
Right. Shash. Staring at an angry dragon. Still shooting at the boar, even though he's in melee range. Both of them harmlessly bounce off. Right. Ebon Death is going to use a legendary action, which he uses at the end of your turn. Have you finished moving?
No, I haven't finished moving.
Shit.
Are you moving?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Run under it, Dave.
What are you doing, Dave?
I'm trying to run away from him.
Right, he'll get an opportunity attack against you.
Not on the ground. It's like 15 feet up.
Yeah, but he can use his wing buffet.
Uh,
Shit, says Dave. Right, so he uses his wing buffet, flaps them a lot, and then he can move half of his movement range afterwards. Right, so let's see what his wing buffet does. Wing attack. Save versus dexterity. You need a 23, which you get.
Nice.
Nice. So you save. Do not take the 2d6 plus 8 bludgeoning damage, but he then moves half of his movement. Lucky for you, he seems to be heading to the tower.
Oh, this is the King Kong moment, is it?
This is indeed appears to be the King Kong moment. All right, Dave, by an absolute freak of luck, you managed to save and not take any damage.
Not getting an opportunity attack with my bow weapon on.
No, you'd moved out of melee range, and you're using a bow. I don't think you can get opportunity attacks with bows.
Rich, I provided theme music for the next few turns.
Oh, Andy, you're doing well with those death saves. If you succeed all three, you'll only be unconscious for an hour.
I'm hoping it won't take that long.
Right, Bracy, Eben Death crashes to the ground, and you see, as he lands on the tower, his tail swings round, smashing a huge chunk.
It falls on it and crushes it. Sorry.
A trio of ghostly warriors come running out of the remains of the tower. The dark-skinned woman that you've spoken to before swings a sword at the dragon. The beast howls in pain, and for a moment you see the spectral form of another dragon seethe under its skin. And she glances down as she readies her next attack, and she says, "To arms! Leilon needs you."
That's rude.
The dragon says, "Okay, I've had enough fun. Give me the gem." So, it's standing on 3 legs. It's got a child in the other, which it's threatening to pop its head off like a Pez dispenser. Its breath weapon doesn't recharge, so all it can do is it casts blight on you, Bracy, because you're on its back.
And what does blight do?
Right. Well,
Is it a poison?
it is not. You succeed, so I think you only take half damage from that. Yeah. You are overcome with necrotic energy.
That blight, right.
But you only take half damage and are lightly injured.
I laugh.
I bet you too. So he says, "Give me the gem, or I'll kill everybody in this fucking town." And that is his turn, I believe, because he's cast a spell, he's moved, he's failed to fuck Dave up. Rick.
I will have to roll an investigation again, won't I, to see if I can feel around.
You can locate Etical, yeah.
Oh! I don't know where this bloody gnome is. He's too small.
Where the bloody hell are you?
This is not worth
Fire elemental. Right, Bracy, you can roll your attacks with advantage because the Swords of Leilon are giving you the help action.
Right. I'm trying to.
So take the advantage box and hit your touch. Do the bad touch.
Doesn't it take burn damage as well, apart from my actual attacks?
If it's flammable.
Well, it's an old
It's
dragon.
not flammable.
Technicality,
A creature
right?
that touches the elemental hits it with a melee attack within 5 feet takes 1d10 fire damage. So yes, you do the 1d10 fire damage automatically, but then you can do the 2 attacks. So 1 hits. It succeeds on its concentration, although its concentration now is absolutely no use. And you can do the second attack with advantage. You didn't bother rolling with advantage.
So I did roll that again.
Just roll it again, yeah. Yeah, the Swords of Leilon are giving you advantage in your attacks. Oh, it's a crit! More damage, and then...
Didn't you say something about... that was it. Lovely.
Right, so...
He's not looking too chirpy.
It should do the D10 automatically. He's not looking chirpy at all. He's howling and thrashing about and swiping his claw through the ghosts and screaming, give us the goddamn stone. Is that your turn? Right, he uses his legendary action to do a tail attack on you, Bracy, which is on your turn.
Oh, that's fine by me, because he takes damage from that as well.
He does take damage from that, but he's getting more and more psychotic as time goes on. Yeah, it's a crit.
Oh, that's not so bad.
Yeah, it's only 27 damage, but, well done. Goth.
Now, how much damage does it take?
D10. You should have done a D10 before and a D10 for the lash.
Another D10 then?
Yeah. He's lost all, so that is 13 damage.
That'll settle the fucker.
He seems to have lost all of his gluten veneer, and he's just gone crazy now, lashing out, smashing the stone down and lashing out at you, and just screaming, "Give us the stone!"
Fair enough.
Okay. I think actually I can now hide the Leilon defenders. We don't need them for the time being. Kalash, it's back to you. You are waiting. Or
I am holding my attack. When I get within range, I'm going to stab it to death.
You're going to stab it repeatedly until it dies from it. Shash. He shoots. He bounces. Quitang, quitang. Indeed.
And I move heading towards back up the path to the tower.
Okay, and that's your turn. Right, Andy, you are stable. That's why you've got a lovely heart with a plus on, but you are now unconscious
champion.
for an hour.
Champion.
Do I still need to be looking for you then?
If you want to heal, if you want to get him back into the fight, yeah. If you just want to leave him, well, you don't know he's stable, though, do you?
No, that's true.
Well, what
Right.
you could do,
So they are basically. You see where it's automatically now rolling the ongoing damage for him. He takes that just for fighting you. But he is gonna. Is he gonna claw and bite? Yeah. Why not? He's can't do anything worse spell wise. I need to roll for his breath weapon. A 6, baby. It's breathing time.
Look out.
Yeah, so he basically spews poison breath all over you, all over the houses, killing a whole bunch of civilians. Any that was within range.
Oh, what a shame I'm immune to poison.
It's necrotic damage, it's not poison. It's corrupted.
That's bad then.
You might save, you fail. Never mind.
Can I use luck?
All the dice.
There's so much damage, my client actually freezes while it works it out. You can use luck, you can re-roll it if you like.
Oh yes, I'll use luck.
You need to get a 22 or more on your... Actually, I drag it on you. There you go. An 18. No, so you still take the damage. So Rab goes down, coughing and choking. His skin turns black.
Is he not still getting help off the swords of Leilon?
He is, but they're on attack rolls. You do have inspiration, though.
Yeah.
Rab.
Yeah, what do I need to do for that?
You just untick it, and then you re-roll your save again. And
I'm going to untick what?
It's alright, I've done it. Third time to charm. 22 or more. So close. Right, Rab goes down. Oh no, you're only heavily damaged. Yeah, it blew all of your fire elemental hit points. I thought you went down, but you're not. It says when it says critically damaged, it meant the fire elemental form. So you turn from a giant fiery fire elemental into a tiny wee little forest gnome.
Go on, cast Shillelagh and belt him on the end of the
Shalala! Rick.
Right.
over here. Detect magic.
Would detect magic notice him?
He's got all those magical stuff on him, hasn't he?
Yep, he has.
Not a bad idea.
True, but isn't that an action? So you wouldn't then be able to apply the potion to him or not?
Let me check. Now you've said it, I can't remember.
Oh no, you get detect magic for free, don't you?
I do get detect magic for free, but it's called Trickster's Eldritch Sight, and I don't know if it's I think it is an action. So could I investigate and still do the potion if I can manage to actually?
Yes.
Watch me get a 5 again.
No,
Whoa.
you fumble about and then trip over Etigal's leg. Well, at least you hope it's a leg.
Right, so I've got a
It
potion.
might not be a leg.
It's easy, yeah. I've got a potion of great healing. So can I?
Right, hold on, because
Yeah, I can drag it onto.
you should be able to drag it onto his token. Yes.
Oh, I don't.
Are you dragging the potion or are you dragging the little healing thing on the effect menu?
What would you prefer? I dragged.
Well, you can do. If you do the first one, it won't do anything.
Okay, so it's got to be the healing. Have you just done it for me?
I have just done it. Right, Andy, you wake up. You are prone and invisible, and you feel a warm liquid being shoved down your neck. That did not mean to sound that erotic, but
I open an eye to check that it is a potion.
you can't say anything. You literally, there's nothing above you. There's just somebody's got hold of your jaws, holding your jaw open.
I'm not invisible anymore because I did an action.
Is it normal invisibility or is it wild magic invisibility where it stays on until?
So as soon as you did an action or an attack, it disappeared.
All right. Yeah. So Rick is kneeling above you, pouring a liquid down your throat.
I look at Rick and say, I could just about kiss you.
Let's not go too far. Up and, stab that dragon again.
Right. Well done. You managed to find the elusive
Awesome.
invisible
Thank you very
Edigal without
much.
him dying.
Is
I remove that effect. Okay. So next is Rab.
You're going to hit me.
You turn back into a fire elemental.
No, I can't. Unfortunately, I cast a wall of fire around the dragon, facing inwards at level 6.
Okay.
Oh, get out. Good shot, sir.
Unfortunately, I haven't got wall of fire at level 6.
So how much damage does it do at level 6?
When you cast a spell using a spell slot at 5th level or higher, damage increases by 1d8 for 8th level above 4th. So that'll be an extra 2d8.
Right, okay, well...
So it'll be 7d8.
That's not a problem. What I'll do is what will I do? That is the question.
Just roll 7d8 and drag them onto the dragon?
It's not that, it's the saving throws and stuff, and it uses the spell slots. Right, hang on. I'll do a saving roll for him. He succeeds, of course he does. And I'm going to just temporarily knock the dice up to 78. And then just manually tick the spell slot off. Right, there you go. You cast Wall of Fire around Ebendeth. Ow, you bugger, he says.
Good.
Oh, Wall of Fire. Cool. So if I go... You're right, I do hate you, because I have to then put things on the map, and...
You have to do sums as well.
I have to do sums and all kinds of shit.
Oh, hey, that's shocking, that.
Sorry.
So Wall of Fire is what radius? You're putting it... It's a maximum, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'm putting it... hang on,
right on the dragon like that?
A ringed wall 20 foot in diameter.
It has to be 20 foot in diameter.
A ring wall up to 20 feet diameter.
Right, so you're just surrounding the dragon like that?
I'm surrounding the dragon, but I'm doing it so the Swords of Leilon guys can still get their attacks in without getting damaged.
Well, they are ghosts and they're not doing traditional attacks. What they're doing is giving you the help action. So your attacks are at advantage.
All right, okay, fine.
Wow, I wish you had a way of getting out of that. Okay, he goes, as he gets burned some more. Is that your turn?
I can't back off a bit, can I?
You can.
Will he get attacking us? Or?
Yes, but that doesn't stop you backing off.
No, then.
Right, Goth.
Can you move me the 80 feet for last turn that you didn't move me?
Sorry. So there's a lot of running going on here. I kind of feel sorry you spent the entire session running backwards and forwards across the town.
At least you didn't spend the entire session trying to travel around finding a gnome.
Right, you see the dragon fighting the swords of Leilon.
Claim the ebbs and tides of fate.
Is that your turn, sir? It is, isn't it?
No, it isn't.
Are you going to action surge?
No.
So what are you going to do then?
I'm going to shout out, Ebendeth, you soft pussy. You couldn't even kill this Talos priestess.
And his head snaps around and he hopes that his breath weapon recycles. Right. We're on to...
I'll shout and go, get us to him!
80 feet per round flying.
Can he action to go faster?
Could he quickly paint some go faster stripes on himself?
Do you want to... He can dash?
If I was closer, I could cast Mage Hand and stick my finger up his bum. That'd make him go.
That would certainly...
He
gives it some extra effort, Earl. Comes flying over. The small child that Ebendeth was holding has been crisped by Bracey's firewall. She screams.
I'll resurrect her.
She screams, but you won't. You'll reincarnate her. She screams briefly and crisps, thus robbing Ebendeth of his hostage and her of her little life. The last sight you see of her is her little pigtails catching fire.
Lovely.
Oh.
But because now there's no hostage, Lamorous can use his breath weapon.
It just used on me. Did it recharge? Oh, sorry, Lamorous. Oh, yes, my bad.
No, get out.
Right, yeah. Ebendeth takes half damage, but it hurt. He's heavily injured now. He felt that, not half, did he? Commoner, Ferrari,
Brown handle.
Kalash.
Charge.
You are 15 feet away, so you're waiting.
Nope, I'll jump. I am. Can I cover them 15 feet? Stab him.
Remember, there's a wall of fire up.
And you're 40 feet in the air. Sorry.
So if I dive out of his arm and fly through the air and land next to him, can I stab him?
I don't think you can jump 15 feet.
4.
You'll get crispy now.
Hang on. Lamorous was flying at 80 feet around, so you've got the forward momentum of the dragon, who would sort of just open its claw and chuck him like a rugby ball.
All right, I never say no. I'm going to say you need a DC 20 athletics check, bearing in mind that you're likely to fall 40 feet here.
Give me a sec, I'm going to roll this, but I need to roll it twice because it's strength and I've got advantage. 21.
21. Right,
Literally.
Lamarus throws you, and you sail the 15 feet into the Bracey's firewall.
You've got a little lad smack bang in the middle.
I'm going to land.
No, he
4
doesn't. He
feet.
only has to be like, you're landing on top of the dragon. Is that correct?
I'm landing on the dragon and I'm stabbing it to death.
Right, well, you get advantage because the swords of Leilon are giving you advantage, so you do get your sneak attack bonus.
So going to pump it full of poison. He's probably immune, but you know.
Right, why are you just consistently putting uncanny dodge on?
I clicked. Sorry.
No, you haven't. Right, sailing through the air. Don't kill it before Goth gets there. For Christ's sake, he's like literally spent the entire adventure running about. You hit. Have you put your sneak attack damage on? You have.
Extra D4 damage because it's a big one.
It's a 25 hit.
Because it's a big axe, a big dagger.
It automatically rolls the D4.
Sorry.
So, how's he looking? He's not looking great now.
I hit him on my mace.
Shit is getting real.
Do I get advantage of my mace as well?
Yeah, the swords of Leilon are providing you advantage with your attacks. They're not actually attacking. Holy shit, okay, I'm just looking at these hit points. Go on, you can roll with your mace with advantage. But then you're going to get hit by the heat of the firewall.
Roll it again because I didn't hit advantage. Oh well.
Right, it bounces off. Now you're going to hit the firewall, okay? So you take 36 burning damage.
Do you get any save versus that?
You do for half.
Then I'll use uncanny dodge.
The easy way is you can't uncanny dodge saving throws. You can only uncanny dodge things with to hit. Believe it or not.
Can you use evasion though? Because it says things like
Dragon Breath, but if it counts, it'll take it into account. You know the way it did with the lightning. Because I tested that. Right, I'm going to have to use Bracey. There's so much crap going on. Bracey's got the saving throw on his character sheet because you're basically making his saving throw. So, this was going so well and now you're making me brain hurt. Save Dex.
It is sort of my job.
And Kalash is... You've Toten's all fucked up because you've been messing. You succeed. So you
Lovely.
take... It says evasion as well, so you take no damage. And you're on top of a burning dragon.
And I look the dragon in the eye and go, hello there.
Shush, Alien. You move up the path?
Do I have the tick advantage because of the help, or do I automatically get
You don't get help because you're not in melee with him. Right. Can you shoot through a firewall with wooden arrows?
Yeah.
Of course you can.
Yeah, but the arrowhead isn't.
Yeah, I'm going to let you off. Go on. As you pound away at this dragon and it still hasn't gone down.
The arrows go too fast to combust.
And it bounces off his armour. Etigal, you're lying prone, so to stand is half your movement, or you can lie there and do actions from the ground.
No, I shall stood up and...
You are no longer prone.
Right, so then, hang on. Need to zoom in a bit. Sort this map out. Right, I am going to... So that's off my movement, so if I set off this way, that'll be... If I'm dashing, that'll take me to there, won't it? 25. That's off. Aye, right, yes. And where are we? That's the one. Hang on, how do you target yourself? That's how you target yourself. Right, hold on.
Right, bizarrely,
Yes.
you got all of you notice that the ghosts have been joined by a third figure, and it's Aubrey from the Peculiarity Shop is fighting the dragon. He's holding a lute and a short sword, a rapier, and he's fighting the dragon alongside the other two.
He's a bard, isn't he? Immune to breaking glass.
Why are you going to break his glass? Is that your turn, Edigal, my friend?
Well, hang on, Helen Word's me bonus action.
But you've dashed with your main action because you used half your movement to stand up.
Yes. No, that's right. Yes, so that is me turn. I shall. I'll do the old Helen shit the next turn.
Eben Death rolls for his breath weapon.
Don't kill him till I get there.
Doesn't get there. Takes off. Strangely enough. He looks hurt. He is wobbling in flight.
That opportunity as he gets away from us.
You're on his back.
All right. I don't get that then.
I assumed you were going with him.
Staying with him.
Yeah. He only gets a few feet off the ground. Basically, you can have a melee attack up for opportunity. His wings don't seem to be working properly. Some of the stitching has burst. And he rolls through the air and crashes into Aubrey's peculiarity shop, where the shop collapses down upon him. Earl, you are being carried along with the dragon. Are you staying there?
Yep.
Couldn't have landed in a better place.
Right, so he crashes in through the roof of the peculiarity shop. Make a athletics check or possibly acrobatics check. Tracy, if you want to roll a attack of opportunity with... I mean, technically you shouldn't get one because you'd be punching through a firewall, but, you know.
Oh, hang on. Will I get advantage for that?
Yes, but you will no longer have advantage because he's tried to take off, flew clumsily and crashed in through the roof of Aubrey's
That's fair enough.
peculiarity shop. Oh, I'm going to roll a d20, right? Or somebody want to roll a d20 on a 1. You know that necklace, that bead of force that nobody bought.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't land on the bead of force because that would have been awesome if he just landed on it and exploded.
You should have let me roll it. I would have automatically got a 1.
Right, you've achieved 3 victories and you have moved on to that one. Go to event 14, so you've now triggered the final event. The dragon has crash landed on Aubrey's peculiarity shop, reducing the building to a pile of broken masonry. Badly bleeding and covered with arrows, the dragon struggles to rise to its feet. Right, so next actor, Rick.
Oh.
Earl, did you roll your athletics check to see if you took damage when you crashed into the roof?
I rolled a 12.
12, that is, you'll take 2d6 damage. You take 9 damage, and you have the wind knocked out of you. You're lying prone on your back. So you've taken 12. As you are lying now next to a dragon that's bleeding heavily.
Right. Well, annoyingly, I'm not going to be able to get there at all. So I'm just going to...
Time for many dash actions.
Yeah. Dash isn't a bonus, though, is it?
It's a main action. Only a bonus if you're a rogue.
I do 50, because I've got short legs. That is me.
Okay, Rab.
I will drop the firewall.
Okay, the firewall goes poof.
And then I will run like buggery to the top where the plateau where the tower is on the far side.
Okay.
15, 20, 25, 30.
So you have to, if you do that, 10, 25, so you can run to there.
I dash.
Yeah, well, you've got to go up the path and then across to here.
All right, hang on. Oh, that's better. That's what I know.
And then you dash for another 25.
Is that right? 50, I think?
That's right, yeah. Zoom. Excellent. Goth, please do get into combat because I feel so bad that you, every time you get the dragon, it runs away.
Because it's a chicken. It's not a dragon. Rage.
I'm feeling it's about to get spit roasted.
And you get an extra movement for your rage, don't you?
Yeah. So that was 55. That puts me to 60. That close enough to hit it?
That's close enough. That's within melee range.
Lop its tail off.
Can you reckless attack in the same turn as you rage?
Yes.
Okay,
It's frenzy, you can't.
I will shut up then. Right, you go wild, recklessly attacking, cutting away at it.
Perhaps, if I can find it.
That's what I'm talking about. Crit, baby. Right. Wow, that's a big hit for a melee weapon. Is it just the 2 attacks for your multi-attack this turn?
It is just 2 attacks, but that was just one of them.
Yeah. Oh, so close to another crit. Okay. Yeah. 2 swift swings. Death is heavily injured, but still fighting. Alamaros doesn't want a lightning bolt as you're all engaged. But
Not finished yet.
Oh, you're not? Okay, sorry.
No.
My mistake.
So where is it? It is...
Now you're going to action surge.
Now I'm going to action search.
And take many more swings.
And take another 2 swings.
Yes. That's how you do it. Another crit. Boom, baby. 25 damage. Death is critically injured. You've cut through one of his wings and it lies useless on the floor beside him, and you can see his stitchings burst and bits of him are hanging off. Is that you finished?
It's me finished.
Lamarus can fly over. What would you like Lamarus to do? Grapple or just attack?
Grapple.
Right, so he attempts to grab the body of Death. But he fails. He gets multi-attack, so you can have one more go. Yeah. Death is now restrained by Lamarus, who has landed on the ground, and they are fighting like 2 snakes entwining. And he didn't want to breathe because you guys are right in the face. Kalash, you are prone, but up next.
I'm going to stand up, and I'm going, since he's I'm going to sneak attack him to death.
You can certainly sneak attack him to death.
I'm going to remember to pump him full of dagger of venom this time.
That's an action to coat the blade if you read it.
All right, in that case, I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to hit him, and
it lasts for a minute, so basically you pour it on, it's like a buff, and it lasts for a minute on your dagger.
Ah, should have done that was flying in, but
yes,
hindsight and all that.
Oh,
Mace time.
Right, well, hold on. I need to remove your sneak attack because you can't sneak attack with a mace. There you go. Right.
Must have got the wind knocked out of me.
Yeah, obviously you landed on your head. No major damage. Shash, huffing and puffing, you.
I'll move up and then I'll cast Cure Wounds on my 3rd level.
Okay, go ahead. Nice. Ergal, my friend.
Right. Well, this is all going to happen simultaneously. I'm going to use my bonus action to dash.
Okay.
When do I get to 50? Can't say. I should have scrolled them up in further. Is that 50?
I can't actually see you moving anywhere.
What about there?
There, that is 50, yeah.
Right. While wrapping bandages around myself, I'll do that bit in a minute, looking all wild-eyed and going, I'm not fucking dead. Is that the best you've got?
Yeah, you're literally covered in blood from head to foot. Your clothes are soaked with it. You've got like puncture wounds where it's bit you and claw marks.
Yep.
And you desperately wrap bandages around yourself. Love it.
You may take my life, but you'll never take my bagpipes.
Excellent.
Rich, do us a favour. Can you knock that 16 off? When I went to tick the Leilon kit, it rolled it again out. It doesn't automatically. It's funny. It doesn't automatically tick a use, but when you tick a use, it rolls the Leilon kit again.
Yes. Yeah. You do it by ticking them.
Ah, right.
So you target whoever's doing it and then click the tick box and it'll roll the Leilon use.
Right. Well, it hasn't put it on me.
Yeah.
So
I'll do that for you. There you go.
Cheers.
You are now only heavily injured.
Yep.
Eben Death, on his last legs, desperately rolls for breath weapon.
And gets a 6.
And gets a 4. Ah! So he staggers upright. He can't fly anymore. All he has left is claws and bites. And a bunch of useless spells. I mean, he could cast Speak with Animals, but I don't think he will. So he's going to first of all try and break grapple, because he's kind of stuffed without that. He fails to break grapple, obviously weakened, tries again. That means he can't make any claw attacks this turn. He finally breaks grapple and then bites out at Kalash, who's hurt him so badly. And if I can target you, because you're like right under the dragon's bum, Earl.
Well, that's where he put me.
He has a go. He bites you. Do you want to do your...
Dodge it, I'm going to do everything I can.
You can use, yeah, because it was to hit roll, you can use your reaction.
Which one's that? Uncanny dodge?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That does half the damage. It won't half the poison damage, though.
That's fine.
Desperately lashing out. Oh, there you are. Right, that quite hurt, but you're still with us, Earl. You're standing there in the middle between two dragons fighting. I mean, that can't be easy. Rick.
I'm just going to keep swearing at it as well.
I think I got another 10. It's 50 in total.
Yeah.
Thank you. I can't do anything from there, can I?
No.
I can't actually see him, can I?
From there. No, he's just out of sight round the corner. You can see Gagoth and you might see the odd tail flash past. We grab.
Right, I'm going to move to right on the very edge there.
Yeah, so you can see over the top of the building.
Not in a moment.
Then I think I might have trouble targeting Eben Death because Kalash is right on top.
Right, well, I'll target him for you. Leave my dragon alone. Now you've got him targeted.
All right, what's the range? Because I can't see. What, less than 60?
45 feet.
Right, I cast Frostbite on him, which is a cantrip.
Okay. You cast Frostbite. Go ahead. He succeeds with a 31. What does that do?
On a failed save, I guess.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Goth, it's your turn. Are you finished your turn, Busy?
Yes.
Okay, Goth, it's your turn.
Hit it.
Hit it a lot, presumably.
I'll hit it as much as I can, recklessly. I'm just seeing if the recklessly's still on. It's not, is it?
No, it'll take it. It takes it off so that you don't do every single attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, and another big hit. Oh yeah, crits. More crits. Wow. Okay, because a 1 is not an automatic fail on
Still
concentration,
passes.
you can't get it off him. 22 hits. It's big. The body's breaking up. In the gaps between the body, you can see the spirit of this other dragon inside, and it looks like it could be over any moment.
Okay, so
Oh, yeah,
frenzied
really.
attack.
Yeah, so you frenzied attack him. Another hit. Bang. Yeah, it's incredible that this construct of a dragon is still standing. And next up is Lamarus, who will attempt to grapple to hold him down to stop him getting away or doing anything else. He tries again. Yeah, he grabs hold of Ebendeth, holds him down. Ready for Kalash.
Stab.
All up to you. You stab him with your sneaky attack.
I'm going to put my sneak attack on. You say I go through this and try and remember what I didn't click last time.
I know.
I'll hit him with my dagger. Yes!
It's a hit. How do you kill Ebendeth?
Well, since it's his spirit inside, is there some sort of glowing animus or something in there?
No, it's a constructed, sewn together Frankenstein of a body, and it's almost as if the spirit inside is separate. And as you bring it down, the spirit actually pulls free of the body and takes off and begins to fly to the southwest. Lamarus tries to grab at it, but his hands just pass straight through it. So how do you kill the body of Ebendeth as this spirit breaks free?
I'll stick my dagger right up to the hilt in its eyeball.
Right, the dagger goes in, all the way in, like to the wrist. There's a squelching noise. One final roar, the tail twitches and the dragon thrashes and the body claps to the ground. The spirit of the dragon breaks free from the constructed body, takes off and flies off to the southwest. Excellent. Proceed to conclusion. Ooh, you have performed another trigger, chaps. Right, well,
Come round the corner giggling maniacally, going, "Is that the best you've got? I'm not fucking dead."
Turn around and go, "He is dead, my little friend. We have killed him."
Right, yes. So, you skip that together and got straight to conclusion. With the defeat and the death of Ebendeth, a mighty gong tolls, and then the several horns blow, and the undead turn around and head back out of the gates, heading back to the south towards the marsh of the dead men. Leilon is saved. The people emerge bloody and dirty, bleeding in several places. Some of it's on fire. I don't know how, because the dragon wasn't using fire. Isn't that right, Bracy?
I don't know what you mean.
We told everyone to turn off their chip pans. Someone must have left the chip pan on.
Yeah, so the town cheers and you're hailed as heroes. And the growler.
The next 6 weeks hunting down the pyromaniac.
Yeah. The fisherwoman comes out and grasps the crisped and burnt body of her daughter. Tears stream down her face.
I'll tell her I'll resurrect her.
Rick cast prestidigitation to clean her up. Does that help?
Does it help? So she's cleaner.
Hey.
Right.
Cleanliness is your godliness.
Godliness, yes.
The undead retreat. The zombies head back into the ocean. What remains of the army forces are mostly undamaged, apart from the Centaurum, who had a right mauling after being cut off by their own side. And you win, the heroes of Leilon.
Ooh, wow, I'm quite impressed with that.
The odd thing is, you rake through, as you stand in the ruins of Aubrey's Peculiarity Shop. It doesn't look like the shop that you are familiar with. There's no stock there. The trinkets and dolls and that are not there. The only thing you can find, it looks like the house has been abandoned for hundreds of years, and at the back you see sticking out of the rubble that painting that he hung on the wall behind the shop, and you pull the paint out and brush the dust away, and where there was 3 figures but one was always obscured, now the 3rd figure is visible, and standing behind the dwarf and the woman, it's Aubrey himself.
Awesome.
Scully time.
Yeah, Mulder and Scully. So there is a follow-on. quest, so you have not quite finished.
Ooh.
Basically, there's much talk of you being the heroes, defeating 2 whole armies in one go, a great fight involving dragons and firewalls and
Running.
a lot of running. Yeah, apparently Rick lost £6 in with all the running, and the growler comes to see you, Rick. She looks very sad and downcast, and she says, "You could have just give the dragon the rune stone. It's well, somebody had to give their soul up." And then you have a flashback. You remember the growler saying to you last session how she'd been to see the ghosts at the tower, and then she sees you looking sadly at her as you realise what she's done, and she goes, "But nobody likes us anyway. Pull your lip up. You're going to trip over it."
Oh, so she's given up her soul.
The swords, including Aubrey, stand there saying that they'll guard the runestone as long as they can for her, and she can lead a long and happy life, but when somebody does use it, it'll explode, and then she'll be erased from existence. Nobody will remember her. She will have no children and no clan.
About now.
We'll
just get into practice.
Wow, okay. So the growler says, "We're going to erect statues of you." Apparently that's a great use of town funds. Is 6 bronze statues of you to commemorate the victory you've had over Leilon. You give the Stormlord's army such a trouncing that they may never rise again in this area. And as you have a celebratory pint in the Umber Hulk Inn, like you go and sit like Shaun of the Dead and like hoy all the zombies over the walls and brush a few, crushed plates and that off the desk so you can sit down. A few days later, you receive a message from Father Drugel, and he says, "I'd like to parley, if it be ye leave, under a zone of truth, so that you know I'm not telling you lies."
Does a zone of truth stop you shivering somebody?
No, it just stops you lying.
Oh, that's all right.
He says, I've got some information. Well, this is in the letter, you see. I've got some information there for you that I'm sure you'll find of the greatest of interest. Free, of course. I wouldn't charge friends like yourselves.
Yeah, I'm willing to meet if you buys the first round.
Oh, I'd love to meet him.
Right. So as we draw a veil on this great dragon fight, next week we'll meet Father Drugel and find out what message he has for you and what will happen to Leilon now that you've crushed both armies.
And Father Drugel may find out what I've got planned for him.
As my statue is going to be considerably smaller in bronze, the extra funds which would have been for a full-size statue, I used to buy the components and reincarnate or whatever it is.
Excellent. Right, go on, roll a reincarnation roll.
Mummy.
And since mine is going to be off the cost,
please tell me she turns into an Aarakocra.
We're going to find out, aren't we?
I'll just pocket the difference. Is there no way to bring somebody back as they were?
Yeah, that's a cleric thing. Gracie's going to reincarnate them.
Oh, well, I've got a cleric that could do it.
You could pay a cleric to do it.
Oh, well, we'll pay the cleric then.
Okay, that's quite sad because it was.
I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a cleric. So well done. You've broken the siege of Leilon, and you have one follow-up adventure.